Why does an apple falls down instead of floating or going up? When I ask this question, what and who comes to your mind? Gravity and Isaac Newton? Exactly. In this video, let's see Sir Isaac Newton's life story. Why is he known as Sir Isaac Newton? Watch the full story to understand why. Newton was born on January 4, 1642 in England. He was born as a premature baby and was so tiny and weak. He wasn't expected to survive his first day. He never met his father, who was an uneducated farmer who had passed away 3 months before Newton was born. When Newton was 3, his mother remarried and moved to a nearby village to live with a wealthy clergyman. Newton was left behind in the care of his grandparents. Young Newton spent most of his childhood hating his stepfather and holding bitterness towards his mother for marrying him. At the age of 12, he enrolled at a local grammar school. His signature can still be seen by a windowsill of the King's School today. After the death of his stepdad, his mom tried to remove him from school so he could be a farmer. But he hated to be a farmer. Luckily, the schoolmaster convinced his mother to send him back to school, where he gained enough knowledge to get into the University of Cambridge in 1661. He worked as a valet to pay for it. He studied the works of the ancient Greek philosophers, but he questioned their theories, writing in his notebook in Latin, "Plato is my friend, Aristotle is my friend, but my best friend is truth." Thus, he was more interested in finding the truth through scientific experiments. Shortly after receiving his bachelor's degree in 1665, the bubonic plague devastated Europe and would take the lives of an estimated 1 out of every 4 people in London. Just like the bubonic plague, the COVID-19 global pandemic has made a lot of impacts in our lives, especially in the education sector. It has affected the young people's mind in many ways, but we can still use this time to find out who we are, what our passion is, the true purpose of our existence, and turn this time into the most productive period of our lives. So did Newton. The pandemic forced him to work from his childhood home for the next 2 years and would lead to his most amazing discoveries. He used a prism to discover that white light and sunlight is made up of the colors of the rainbow. To prove his theory, Newton built a reflecting telescope that used mirrors rather than lenses, which lead to a more accurate image. That's a whole lot safer than the time he stuck a sewing needle into his eye socket to learn more about light by seeing how altering the shape of his eye would change his perception of color. Here comes the famous apple tree. There was an apple tree outside his family home. Legend has it that Newton was sitting beneath a tree when an apple fell on his head, prompting him to think about gravity. Gravity is a force which tries to pull 2 objects toward each other. Anything which has mass also has a gravitational pull. There is no evidence to suggest the fruit actually fell on his head, but Newton's observation caused him to ponder why apples always fall straight to the ground rather than sideways or upward, and helped inspire him to eventually develop his law of universal gravitation. He reasoned that the same gravitational pull kept the moon orbiting around the earth rather than wandering off, and he believed this could also explain the movement of our planets in the solar system. Just 2 years later, while in his mid-20s, he obtained one of the most prestigious academic posts in the world, the Lucasian Professor of Mathematics, later held by none other than Stephen Hawking. In 1687, he published his masterpiece, The Mathematical Principles of Natural Philosophy, often referred to simply as Principia. It was here that he laid out his law of universal gravitation as well as his 3 laws of motion. The first describes how an object acts when no force is acting upon it. For example, an object stays still until a force is applied to it. The second law tells us that the more mass an object has, the more force it will take to move it. A larger rocket requires more fuel to make it accelerate. The final law states that for every action there is a reaction. The engine produces hot exhaust gases that flow through the rear of the rocket. In reaction, a thrusting force is produced, pushing the rocket skyward. Newton, one of the most influential scientists of all time, actually contributed more words to theology. Newton believed the Bible provided the code to the natural world, and by carefully studying the holy text, he could predict the future. He believed the apocalypse would happen in the year 2060 with a warning, "It may end later, but I see no reason for its ending sooner." He foresaw a period marked by war and catastrophe, followed by the second coming of Christ and the beginning of new divine era. His religious side was largely hidden from the public all the way until 1936, when Sotheby's auctioned off his theological manuscripts. They ended up in the hands of a Jewish scholar before being given to the state of Israel. 7,500 pages in Newton's own handwriting. In 1705, Queen Anne of England knighted him during a royal visit to the University of Cambridge, making him Sir Isaac Newton. He never married. Newton died in his sleep on March 20, 1727. This is the story of Sir Isaac Newton, who was a son of science and also a man of faith. Believe me, you can make any time special. So don't let the bad vibe get to you, but discover who you are in this pandemic situation. Thanks for watching.